Recording.
Okay, so here we are. This is 1920s Berlin. We're in a giant, what was probably some sort of blimp hangar at one time. But as you can see, a train just pulled up. This is shot in the metaverse in Second Life, and it's a 360-degree video. Got everything all around me. This is probably modeled after a real-world location. Jo Yardley has made this simulator of 1920s Berlin. Here's a little outside area. The trolley's probably going to start moving along at some point. But pretty darn cool. A guy named Phil and Arduenn, with the help of Drax shot this video in the metaverse. They set up a set of 6 cameras. There's a registration point they were using to build this video. They basically made a vehicle inside of Second Life that had 6 seats in it with forced FOV. So when you sat down, it would take your camera would point in the appropriate direction. And then they had the people coalesce those different videos that they shot in world and stitch them together in a tool that I think Phil can talk about, hopefully in the comments. There's a Zeppelin going overhead. Pretty darn cool. Oops, we just jumped to a pub in 1920s Berlin. There's a guy waiting for his food. And I think if we look over here, we're going to see, well, we're going to see some funny pictures on the walls. But we're going to see, there's Jo Yardley. She's the one who runs this sim, at a profit, I might add. She's got a whole bunch of people who have been living in this sim. I think the oldest person living there is probably herself, but you can see it's really well done. It's too bad it's so blurry. I had to downsample the original 360-degree video. Phil and company shot it at 4096 by 2048, and it's just a shame that I can't play it at full speed. I wanted to get this in the HoloLens as soon as possible. I probably should have mentioned that this is in a HoloLens, as you may or may not have guessed. But it's pretty neat. It's running at a much lower frame rate than I would have liked. I don't know too much about the recording method that they used, but again, that's what the comments section is for. And hopefully some of you will find this really encouraging. You know, it's still early days yet as far as head-mounted displays are concerned. You know, as proud as I am of the HoloLens. Still early days. We can make a lot of progress, but it's creators like Joe here, and Draxter, and talented professionals like Phil and this Arduenn, who I haven't met. That's also an interesting thing to note. I have never met any of these people in real life, but yet we collaborate. Oh, someone's screwing around with me. It's Bryant! Bryant made it into my YouTube video, and there's Arduenn. And what was your name again? Oh, really? Okay. I will. Oh, man, I suck. All right, sorry. Okay, so we're back in the rail station, roundabout. Of course, I don't see a roundabout. But it's kind of funny. You know, one of the first movies was a train coming at you, and here we are, years and years later. Oh, I want to find the blimp. Where's the blimp, Joe? Sorry, I keep calling it a blimp. It is not a blimp. I don't see the blimp. It is an airship. It is a Zeppelin. There's the Zeppelin, slowly plying its way across the skies and back into the clouds. But yeah, just really extraordinary. There's a Theater Babylon where they have live performances in the metaverse, which blows away just about anything you'll see in the Neo VR community, no matter what platform you're on. But the architecture here is just extraordinary and just beautiful. And if you want to see the real thing, we're going to put the map coordinates in Second Life in the video description. But again, I'm Jim Reichert. All I did was put it in a HoloLens quickly and easily, I might add. A guy named Phil who worked on it, a fellow named Arduenn, and this is Jo Yardley again. And I don't see Draxter in here, which is a little unusual.
The current experience.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is that okay?
Don't do that, Cortana.
I can show you.
No.
But first I need to quit the current experience.
Ah, see, here's where things go off the rails. No.
All right.
So, anyway, standing in the building where the HoloLens was envisioned and created,